Welcome to Speed in Kolor, a podcast and YouTube channel about custom motorcycle culture. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to get all the latest content. You can also follow Speed in Kolor on Instagram. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, welcome to Speed in Kolor. I hope you're all doing really well. Oh hey, look, there's Mike from Queen Street Motorcycles. Hey Mike, what are we going to talk about today?
Bad Livin 2025, baby, let's go.
That sounds good, buddy. Hey, pull up your pants and we'll head out.
You guys all sharing?
Before we get to the Bad Livin Roadshow, let me tell you a little bit about Queen Street Motorcycles. I met these young folks back in 2024 at the first Bad Livin Roadshow. We connected through social media, and I gotta tell you, I just really get a kick out of these guys. We recorded an episode of Speed in Kolor at the Bad Livin Roadshow back in 2024. We had a great time. You're certainly welcome to go back and take a look at that episode and meet some of the key players in the Queen Street Motorcycles group. I don't know. I don't know what the right name is these days for this kind of thing. I don't know if really club is the word, or crew, or group. Everything can be misconstrued, but this is just a bunch of young people who love motorcycles, who love being out there. They really like choppers. That's where most of them are headed. And they just have a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie. They're just a really good bunch, and they made me feel welcome, and we've become friends, and it's just really a good bunch of folks, and really enjoy them. Mostly, these guys ride metric choppers, and I say guys. I notice there is one gal riding with them in the video here. I don't know who she is. I haven't met her. I apologize, but I see that there is one gal riding with them on what appears to be a stock bike. But a lot of the, I guess maybe the originators of Queen Street Motorcycles, Mike is the, I wouldn't call him the leader, I guess, but I think it was originally Mike's idea to start Queen Street Motorcycles. And he rode a metric chopper. He's got a Honda. Andy, I think, rides a Honda as well. Jeff has a Yamaha, and we did a feature on Jeff's new CB750 chopper, which is just a crazy machine. Just really good, good creativity there. Really interesting build. Anyway, those three guys seem to be the core of the group, the guys who really got it started. After I got to meet Mike and Jeff and Andy and spent some time with them, and then started following the social media and seeing what they were doing, and kind of watched the group grow a little bit and stuff, I really connected with them, and I don't know if I really understood why. I thought it was great that there were young people into motorcycles, into the chopper scene, and that is good. There's no doubt we need more young people getting into motorcycles, and it's inspiring. It's motivating to think that, or not to think, but to know that there are young people who are getting into this. And it wasn't until recently that I realized probably why I get such a kick out of these folks is this is nostalgic for me. I look at these people, and this is who I was at that age. I had a group of guys that I rode with. We had a lot of fun together. we traveled, we went to different events, we went camping, we did all kinds of stuff together, and this is that, what, 45 years, almost half a century in metric later, that these folks are doing pretty much exactly what I did, and I with that group of friends. So I think that's the thing, is that it is kind of nostalgic. I should take a minute to explain here that what I had to do, because I couldn't make it to the Bad Livin Roadshow in 2025, I packed up a GoPro and I sent it off to Mike. So all of the video that you're seeing, they recorded it all. And then they sent it back to me, and I had to piece this together. And I have to admit, it's been a challenge to make this work, but it's been a lot of fun. This segment just blew me away. I think this is fantastic. One of the guys notices the GoPro and rides over and says, "Hey, give me the GoPro," and he takes it for a few minutes, or 30 seconds, whatever it is, and then he passes it on to another person. And the video is fantastic. Like, it's a great idea. I love the way it worked out. But man, oh man, am I ever glad I got my GoPro back in one piece. This could have gone bad so many different ways. But anyway, I thought it was very creative. I got a real kick out of it. I hope you'll enjoy seeing it getting passed around here. Like I say, I just thought it was really cool that somebody thought to do that, and then they passed it along. And here we are with the classic chopper breakdown. But before we get to the breakdown, I want you to take note here. As the guy with the camera is walking past the cars, notice who's in the cars. It's all the chicks. And that's exactly what he says as he walks past. Chicks and more chicks. What I was talking about, this being so nostalgic and so much like my youth. This is exactly the way it worked. The chicks were in the cars, they came along afterwards, the guys were on their bikes, and this is, we would like to think that we've advanced, and I'm sure that the gals would like to think that times have changed and women are more respected and all that wonderful stuff. And they are in many ways, don't get me wrong. But I find this really funny that this has not changed in a very, very long time. What can I say? It's funny. I noticed it, and I do hope that more young ladies, more females. We're seeing a lot more female riders these days. I hope we see a lot more. Back to the classic breakdown. So, this is pretty typical from what I can pick up in the audio. It sounds like it's a shovel head with a head gasket problem. Another guy is complaining about his tire and it's smoking, and just sort of typical problems that custom bikes and especially choppers seem to have. I always think about my friend Kurt over at Dirty Customs, and Kurt has always said that it's the breakdowns and the little mishaps, the things that don't go right, that make the story, that make the adventure. And he's one of those guys who just embraces that kind of stuff. It's just all part of the fun. So these guys did get to where they were going. They gathered it up. I think I noticed here in one video, it looks like the shovel head did wind up on the trailer with Jeff's CB750, and they got to the show on a trailer. Is the camera on?
Yeah, it is.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
So here's the group checking in at the Bad Livin Roadshow. I got to tell you, the Bad Livin Roadshow, well, it's the brainchild of a guy by the name of Lee Seitz. And I know Lee isn't looking for credit or, to be spotlighted or anything like that. But what this guy has done, his vision and his connections and his passion, you know, I really like the guy. He's maybe a little bit hippie, a lot philosopher. You know, he's an old soul, and he just loves choppers and the community and the whole bit. A deep thinker. I really enjoy the guy. This was all Lee's idea. He brought this thing together. I have to tell you, it's one of those exceptional shows where it's just all the right people and circumstances are there. As you can see here, there's camping, lots of room to party. The camping is exceptional. The grounds where they have this, so this is the Frontier Ghost Town in just outside of Durham, Ontario. And Rick, the owner of the Frontier Ghost Town, again, just another awesome guy. Such a good attitude and so willing to open up his property and let everybody use it. So there is you'll see in the videos here, there is a Frontier Ghost Town set up, buildings, roads or streets, you know, simulated. The place has been used for all kinds of special events and filmmaking and all kinds of stuff. And that makes sort of the central setting where the vendors set up and where the show bikes are and all that kind of stuff, and where the bands and the wrestling and all the crazy stuff that goes on at the Bad Livin Roadshow. And then you have the camping area, as I say, where you know, boys can be boys and go in the woods and all that kind of stuff. But you know, there's camping to accommodate tenting and vans and whatever. And what I found when I was there in 2024 is the show bikes or the show bike area, that was great. There was lots of really cool bikes there. But just go walk through the campground and take a look at all the bikes that are parked beside tents and everything else. So anyway, you've got this fantastic location. You've got great sponsors, great vendors, and you've got great riding. You know, we, in 2024, we stayed in Hanover and I rode out to the event. Beautiful roads, just a lot of fun, nice scenery, typical Ontario, just lots of trees, really, really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it, just an amazing event. This year's Bad Livin Roadshow is on July 10, 11, and 12. So Friday is a setup day, check-in, that kind of stuff. Saturday's a full day. There's a party on Saturday evening, and then Sunday is pretty much tear down, clean up, and hit the road. Great event. Can't say enough about it. This is, like I say, it's got all the elements. It's a Canadian event. A ton of fun, lots of good people. I highly recommend this event, this camp out, this meeting of motorcyclists. I highly recommend it to everybody. So I hope you can make it and have a good time. You know what? I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna just play the video from the show, and you can see the craziness, and you'll get to meet some people and see what goes on. And then I'll have some closing thoughts at the end of the video here.
Make fun of you. Is he dubs or is he hard? I don't know. Hard as fuck. My asshole's gonna eat you. I like your tights. Shut up. According to Andrew Fougere. I'm ready. No comment. No comment. I don't weird. Come on, Diddy. You get the trophy. Pull him up and walk him off.
He gets off stage.
Take your shirt
mouth, woman! Hey! Kick his ass! Kick his ass! You first!
Hey, she kicked your ass, bud. Watch your mouth.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut out there, alright?
Okay. To the pool. You're 2 steps from me getting
Say something. Say something.
Say something.
What do you gotta say?
Says nothing. I don't know. I got put on the spot. You get me grabbing her boobie? I'm camera shy.
Since when? There you go.
Recording?
He'll edit it.
Recording? Hi, I'm Haley, and this is my 1978 XS650 that I did 3 years ago that someone fucking bought, and it's been in my fucking basement for 3 years because he's never picked it up. So here you go. I painted this myself, Paint Huffer paint. Not very good, but you know, it's a natural progression to like being okay. So my basement's pretty damp, so it started to rust because there's not very many chromers in this area. This is flowers by Queen of the Machines, Moody Blooms. She gave them to me, dried out, I resined them, yellow. See, it went yellow. It's been 3 years in a basement. This is the first time it's seen sunlight. This seat made it as well. It's got a secret compartment where I usually keep rattling teeth. When I went across the border, they did not even fucking find it. We got a suicide shift. I guess not suicide because I have a front brake, but this is a shifter. Do you see it? Shifter. And then look, the rocker clutch is a rainbow. Look at that. It's a rainbow with a chain because that's hard, I guess. I usually have streamers in this for shows. This is from a little bike. This is from a bike. All of this done. You know how I am. I did the whole thing. I can't give anyone else credit because I did it all. Here we go. This is the girder as well. Beautiful girder. I did not build that. Drag Specialties lights, cheap. 20 bucks each. Get them at Drag Specialties. Get them at Durham Harley Davidson. You can get them there. Then I even did this thing, stainless. I hate working with stainless. Nice dirt bike wheel. There's your secret. Thanks. Bye.
Good job.
This is what always happens.
He'll edit it. He'll edit it.
Yeah.
Just say what's your name, where you're the Wobbly Pop shit. This is the bike.
All right. I'm Nick from the Wobbly Pops Garage. This is my 1972 Shovelhead. Frame 72, motors.
A motor.
A motor.
It looks gorgeous, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, just wanted to kind of build something that looked like it was sitting in a barn in the 70s. Something kind of like simple and clean.
Rad, dude.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, hold it in, and I cycle through, get to top dead center, go back to the top, give it a little choke and try again.
Too bad you weren't here for the Kickstart contest.
I guess so.
Well, there you go. Now you know more about the Bad Livin Roadshow. And you've met our friends over at Queen Street Motorcycles. I hope you enjoyed that. The Bad Livin Roadshow, again, what did I say? July 10, 11, 12 of this year. You can go to Bad Livin on social media platforms. I follow them on Instagram. You can check things out there. Dates, and as soon as tickets are available, all that stuff will be on Instagram, so I would check them there. Yeah, gonna be a great show again in 2026. Heck, I'm sure you'll meet some of the gang from Queen Street Moto. I'm sure that they'll be there again. It's going to be a great event. No Friday the 13th during the summer. Lots of people probably wanting to stay in Canada and attend Canadian events. That should make the Bad Livin Roadshow more attractive to everybody. And again, I would highly recommend it. So thanks to my buddies at Queen Street Moto for doing that video, for capturing all that stuff. If you want to know more about the Bad Livin Roadshow, now that I think about it, in 2024, a fellow by the name of Luciano Capasso, and I'm probably butchering his last name, but Luch did a documentary. So if you go onto YouTube, just do a search for Bad Livin Roadshow documentary, and you'll find it there. Really, really good. Luch did a lot of good stuff, a lot of good footage for the documentary and everything. He put it together really well. So that's kind of a special piece too. So if you're interested, by all means, go check that out. I guess in closing, two things I wanted to make a note of. And first, first one, and I've said this before, and I know I have no... What's the right term? I have no skin in the game. This is not something for me. It has nothing to do with me. But I got to tell you, I'm surprised we don't see more gals riding choppers and building choppers. And I just, I look at invited builders at shows. There's no females on there, or maybe there's one gal. Typically not more than that out of, probably 20 invited builders. It's so refreshing to see Haley talk about her bike, and there's somebody else, if you want to follow, I think she goes by Halerization on Instagram. Really, really good. She's a down-to-earth grassroots builder, and she really builds shit. She's serious, and I really like that. So follow Haley if you're so inclined. But she stands out. She stands out from the crowd. I think she's very creative. I love what she does. Some of it may be, how do I say this politely? Haley, don't take offense to this, but it is grassroots stuff. Some of it's not as refined as it could be, but that's okay. We're not all about the highly skilled, refined, all tooled up kind of building. Choppers are meant to be. I think they're meant to be a little bit crude. I think it's great. So I would definitely follow Haley. I enjoyed seeing her bike, but again, it makes me wonder, with more gals getting into trades and doing things that they're totally capable of, there's no reason why they can't work right alongside the guys. We're just not seeing, to me anyway, and tell me if I'm wrong, point people out to me, but not seeing a lot of gals on choppers or custom bikes in general, and certainly not seeing many builders out there. And I would welcome that. I'd love to see, the creativity from that female perspective. And I just, I'm not a guy who believes that oh, okay, if you have 20 builders, 10 of them have to be men and 10 have to be women. I don't care about equality in that way. But gee whiz, you would think that out of 20 builders, there should be some decent representation from the gals. And, if it turns out that gals are really good at this and it takes off, I wouldn't care if 17 out of 20 were women. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be a dead equal thing, but I just find 1 out of 20 or none out of 20, not sure that that's really representative. And if it is, hey ladies, get off your tuchus and go build a bike, would you? Love to see what you do there. So that's my one message. And that goes to the gals at Queen Street there too. If you're so inclined, ladies, get yourself a motorcycle and ride with the guys. You don't need to go in the car and, whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The other message I have is for manufacturers, and no manufacturer is watching this podcast or YouTube video, so I'm really not going to get much of a message out. But to the community, these young people, and there's several groups. I think of Lane Splitter Boulevard on YouTube out of California, I think. Actually, I'm sure they're out of California. Good group there. They seem to do a lot. Their videos are kind of cool. They've really evolved over the last few years. Another one is Unaffiliated. Down to earth. The guy who does that, and I don't know, I get the impression he doesn't really want his name out there, but his perspective on filming, the way he films, the way he puts it together, really down-to-earth family guy, very positive outlook, and very innovative filming. I think he's just doing a great job there. But, and Queen Street Moto, all of these folks are into the chopper scene. Some of them, and especially the guys in the U.S., have probably more cost-effective access to Harley-Davidsons. But there's a lot of people building metric choppers out there, and there's nothing wrong with those. Certainly for the Queen Street crew, metric choppers in Canada, it's just easier to get into those. The message to the manufacturers is, I think we need to be paying attention to this group of people, these young people. And, I know the manufacturers want to sell everybody a brand new bike. And, bottom line is, these young people can't necessarily afford a brand new bike. And I don't care what brand it is, Japanese, Harley-Davidson, Indian, whatever. These people are starting off in their careers. They're starting off in their adult life. They're probably working in trades. Some may have university educations. I know in the case of Queen Street, they're all gainfully employed. It's all good, but they haven't achieved a level where they can afford that brand new bike, much less can they afford to modify it. So they go to the used bikes. For manufacturers, used bikes, they don't make any money off of used sales. I get it. But the thing is, these are your buyers of the future. How many times do we hear the story? It is so common that get out of school, have a bike, used bike, ride, have fun with friends, everything else. Life goes along for a few years. You meet somebody, you get hitched, have a couple kids, and the bike is up for sale. And we've got kids, we've got activities, we've got this, got that, got expenses, everything else. And motorcycling kind of falls by the wayside for 15 years, 18 years, 20 years. But in midlife, when the career is established and the income is better, the disposable income is there, the kids go off to university or off to a life of their own, whatever happens, and people wind up, probably more so guys, but adults wind up in a situation where they go, gee, I'd love to ride a bike again. And they have some time, they have vacation time, they have the money, they have the means to do it, and they get back in, and that's when they buy brand new bikes. That's when you see people go out and spend the money on a brand new bike. Yes, manufacturers should be targeting that middle-aged group. Absolutely, for sure. But sow the seeds. Support these young local people in their events, support this stuff at, again, I'll use the term grassroots, at that grassroots level, and those will turn into your buyers of the future. The problem is, it's going to take some time, and if you keep ignoring it and just focus, try to just focus on the middle age without having been there to support them earlier in their motorcycle life, if you will, then the longer you wait, the more it's going to delay getting at that group. So, for the manufacturers, I'd love to see you support the events. I'd love to see you support the young people. And I'd love to see manufacturers put a little more attention into used bike sales and, support that end of the industry. Anyway, that's my spin on that. It's been really good. I don't know if I mentioned Queen Street Moto. I know they're on Instagram. I imagine they're on Facebook. I don't know for sure because I never go to Facebook. But for sure they're on Instagram. So follow Bad Livin Roadshow. Follow Queen Street Moto. Please follow Speed and Color. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. We got some episodes coming up. I'm going to do an update on the XS650 because we're making some really good progress right now. I got some stuff coming up about how to haul a motorcycle, which will be an interesting, probably a couple episodes on that. So we got some good stuff coming up, and before you know it, it's going to be summertime. We're going to be hitting events, doing things. It's all going to be fun, fun, fun. So thanks for being here, and we will see you again real soon. Take care.